Hi everyone, Angelina, Sparkling Diva. I'm back, another reading on your life purpose. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you are already following me, glad you've tuned in again, of course. Hang about, I need to have this a little bit lower. It's more relaxed for my neck and my shoulders. Anyhow, I have 10 sets of cards. I'm going to try to go through them reasonably fast. I cannot guarantee that I'm going to succeed at that because I'm not so good at that, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm using the Doreen Virtue's Life Purpose deck and the Magical Times Empowerment cards. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, and that's the cards, the decks I'm going to use. The number of cards differ per set. Of course, I'm not going to tell you which ones have the most cards and which ones don't. That's not because I chose that. It's just, what flew out or comes out. Right? So some cards, some sets have 3 or 2 or 4 cards, and the others have only 2. But each set at least has 2 cards, because there's a card from the Life Purpose deck and one from the other one, from the Enchanted Magical Times. Oh gosh. Magical Times Empowerment cards. So there's at least always 2 cards minimum. I'm going to go right into it. Also, before I do that, I cannot show you the cards because of the setup. I haven't got a camera that can switch to the other camera, from back to front and whatever. So I'm going to do it, solve it another way. I'll show you in a minute. I do also offer on my website sparklingdiva1111.wordpress.com tarot readings on your life purpose, also inner child readings, love reading, a normal one, also an extended love reading, and then I go much deeper into it all. It's also going to be longer than, of course. So if you are interested in that, you can check it out on my website sparklingdiva1111.wordpress.com. And of course, a little reminder about my upcoming course on inner child healing and self-love. It's going to be a month approximately, 4.5 weeks, and so it's got to be long, meaning you can do a lot, get a lot of insights and a lot of healing, and then towards the end we're going to focus on self-love to build it up, so you start looking through new filters to yourself, filters of self-love. Right, if you're interested in that, if you feel you need help with that, also go to my website sparklingdiva1111.wordpress.com. Now we got that out of the way. Now we're going to start the reading. I first need to show you how you can choose. I wrote down the items that I put on the different sets to help you choose. So I'm going to put that up. Yeah, that should be okay. So you can choose. Number 1 is Aquamarine, 2 Archangel Raphael, a figurine. Numbers 3 is Calcite. Numbers 4 is a Picasso dolphin. Number 5 is a magpie feather. Number 6 is rose quartz. Number 7 is a sound. It's a singing bowl. Number 8 is a diamond. Number 9 is a mystery card. And number 10 is Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity. Righty. So I hope you could make your choice. Otherwise, please pause it or go back and pause it so you can choose and meditate on it if need be, right? For the numbers 1, I'm going to start right away. The people who chose the Aquamarine. This is so awkward, I'm never going to get used to that. I have to look into that lens. While if I want to look at this straightforward, it's there. It's awkward. It's weird, as if you're talking to nothing. Anyhow, your life purpose cards, I'm first going to show you, because you have 4 cards from the life purpose deck, is the spiritual teacher. And then we have writing, and we have oracle cards, and we have a 4th one, trust. I didn't choose these cards, right, or the number. There was 4 cards coming out, so I decided to stick with them because I do feel they go together really well. The main thing for you concerning your life purpose is the spiritual teacher. What it says, you heal with your classes, sessions and seminars, but I feel you do more than just that. You are a spiritual teacher, but you have a lot of more thingies that you want to do, can do, and Likely one of these is writing. And whoops, these are so slippery. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. So if you are thinking about that, then this is a message that you should do that. Maybe it's online, maybe it's a book, it can be anything. And also the oracle cards. Maybe you also do that or want to do that. Maybe you feel called to do readings for other people or have your own YouTube channel, whatever. Well, you know, that's what I mean. You can do more than just the workshops and the seminars and webinars, whatever. You have more abilities than just that, and likely also feel called to do more than only just the workshops stuff and seminars. So, yeah. Then you can do that, but if you are not certain, then just start with one thing. You know, maybe start with the oracle cards and then just build it up from there, and or start with writing or whatever, and just build it up. Just gradually build it up. You don't have to become a complete spiritual center all of a sudden. You know, you can build it up. If you feel that it's a bit overwhelming, like, oh my God, where do I start? Where do I begin? Chemical Brothers, like that song. And there's also trust with the trust card. This says that it's really very important for you to listen to your intuition. Start listening to your intuition, because you get guidance from above through your feelings. So really start paying attention to that. That if you are thinking about a situation or someone and it doesn't feel good, then trust that feeling. If you think about something and it does feel good, trust that feeling as well. Start listening to your intuition, so then you start noticing the signs that you are getting as to what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and where you should go and where you shouldn't go, whom to hang out with, etc., etc. So really start trusting your intuition, start listening to that as well. That's what that card is saying. Maybe also because it's a crystal ball, maybe you can also even scry, right, with a crystal ball. I don't know. But you have an awful lot of abilities and possibilities, but it does all evolve around being a spiritual teacher. But that is a really broad thing, right? It's not just the one thing. You have a lot of options. Extra message that comes with that is from the, I have to look again, I can't remember, Magical Times Empowerment cards, is gratitude. So be grateful, you know, then more beautiful things come to you. That is basically the law of attraction. And I do think it's a hummingbird. So maybe you want to look up what a hummingbird stands for as a totem or power animal. It is a very beautiful message. I can't remember from the top of my head, but I've had it myself as well, come up a number of times, hummingbird. So you might want to look into that. Might have an extra message for you. A really beautiful message as that. Find a good site, okay? Just look around online to find a site that actually comes up with decent information. And well, I hope that resonates. Please let me know. Give me some feedback in the comment box underneath the video. And thank you for watching. Then I'm gonna move on with the numbers 2. The people who chose Raphael, Archangel Raphael. I'm gonna look at your cards. Let's see, I have 3 cards for you. Also they came up 3, right? I didn't choose 3 myself. First one is Justice, and I feel this is the main card, but there's more to it, of course. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. And then we have Light and Love. Light and Love card, and that says your purpose is to bring divine healing, light and love to this world. And I feel that it's almost as if you have 2 purposes. Maybe one is like a soul group purpose more, and that would be more this I think, and this maybe your own soul purpose, this life. No, sorry, I'll show you that one in a minute. This one, the Justice card, but it likely is going to be connected, these 2. They're likely going to be connected, the justice, fairness and stuff, and bringing that light. Because if you are a fighter for justice, going to bring justice, and then it's also bringing light to the planet, right? And this, the light card speaks of bringing light to people, but also to the planet itself. And I feel for most of you that is the case. And it can also, it has a third meaning. It can also mean that with your inner light, you can bring clarity to your own situation. So if you are in doubt or not certain what to do, then you can use your own inner guidance, your inner light, tap into that, and that can help you to bring, shed light on your own situation as well. Let's see the justice, because there was a little bit more to it. And I want to tell you that as well. So I want to quickly have a look. Yeah, it's about that you have natural leadership and delegation skills, and that others will look automatically to you for guidance and direction. And I think that is really important, because you may not even know that. If you're still searching for, like, what is my purpose, what is my life purpose, you might not even know that you actually have these leadership skills and abilities and delegation skills. That's also very important, right? You have, as a leader, you see everything, you have the overview, and from that position you can easily tell other people, well, now if you do this, then that is going to work out, and if you then do that, and then it all comes together, right? So there is a skill, not everyone can do that, not everyone has that skill, and others will look automatically to you for that, for direction and guidance, because they feel you have these energies, that leadership ability, and can tell them what to do, where to go, whatever, the delegation part. It's really very powerful connection, powerful energy, quality as well, a very powerful quality. And it does have to do with justice. Now that is a very broad thing, right? It doesn't have to mean that you are now going to be a police officer or whatever, or in law enforcement even. It doesn't have to mean that at all. It can also be mediation, even city planning, for instance, is what it mentions in the book, security. But it's bringing fairness. You can even have that on the work floor, that you are the one who stands up for equal rights or whatever, you treatment. It's such a broad thingy. I think you just have to figure that one out for yourself, because this is not a personal reading, and there's so many options when it comes to that. And the angels do ask you to continue to trust your heart's guidance as your career evolves and changes. Heaven knows where you're most needed and will help you with divine assignments that can put your skills to the highest and best use. So tap into your own inner light, your inner guidance, and then, then you will get there where you need to be, where you have to be. It could have to do with healing. Archangel Raphael, he's about healing, isn't he? Yeah. And then it's time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desire. Your heart's true desire. And the message with that, the most important one that I feel for you, is that if you can dream it, you can do it. You can manifest it, you can have it, you can be it. Basic law of attraction. If that really is true, if you can dream it, it's within your capabilities, abilities, options. I just had the right word and now it eluded me. It's within your power to then have it, manifest it, be it, become it. Believe in that. Start believing in that. If you can dream it, you can have it. Do it. Right? So that was, hang about, one more card. The humor card. Laugh at yourself. Lighten your heart. Let nothing steal your happiness. So maybe you are really, really quite confused about this, or banging your head against the wall, like, what is it? What do I have to do? And going nuts about it. Don't do that, Have a bit of fun, be more light-hearted, laugh at yourself, and humor, you know, dance a bit, have fun and pleasure and be playful, enjoy, then it will come much easier. Then you can also listen to your intuition and hear, you know, the guidance from above as to where you have to go and what you have to do. And so this is also important for you. Maybe you're just being too serious about this, or if you are very serious, then you actually stop pinching it off. You pinch yourself off, your connection to spirit, then it cannot come to you. Then you can't get clear. Then you get into your head, right? If you're too serious or too like, I must know, I have to know, and you know, that stuff, then you get into your head, out of your heart, and then you can't really feel it, what your life purpose exactly is, how. Right, so I hope this makes sense to you. Please let me know in the comments underneath the video. And thank you for watching. Moving to the number 3, the people who chose the calcite, yellow calcite. Let's see, for you, I also have the 3 cards from the Life Purpose deck. And the main thingy is the practice card. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. So I get with that you are not certain what to do, and the message basically is that you just have to just do the things you like. You have more than just one skill, and start just practicing these skills, enhancing them, making them better. Basically, do that regularly, do more regularly, so often that you actually begin to really find the joy in doing it. That's really important. There was this one thing with that card that is so that at some point your body will start to hang about. Your body will intuitively learn how to automatically incorporate what you have practiced, and you'll find new inspiration as you move from an act of struggle to one of freedom and joy. Yeah. You'll soon notice your skills improving and your level of enjoyment increasing. That's why you have to practice these things and just do them. Maybe you're now just more like, I don't know, you know, I can do this, but yeah, I can do that, but yeah. And then nothing is going to happen. Then you're stagnant. That's basically it. You have to get out of that. I think most of you who choose this are stagnant. And that's why you have to practice your skills, your things that you are good at. And by doing that, you get out of that stagnant energy. And then you start to enjoy things again. And if you one day want to paint, and the next day you want to garden, and the day after that you want to go to the gym or whatever, it doesn't really matter. You know, don't start fearing that you're scattering your watering down your energy and your abilities. You're not. It's just getting that joy again in all these things you can do, and by doing that you get the pleasure in it. And then you will get clear at some point too, which of these things is actually your life purpose, what you want to do. That's why you have to practice these things. And these other 2 cards that you got basically confirm that, because we have heart's desire, and the angels are supporting, guiding and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. And that speaks of they are supporting you and they are there for you, but you are the only one who can make the choice of what it is that you want to do or have to do or feel called to doing. And they are supporting you, but you have to make the choice. And that's funny thing is that your card from the Magical Times Empowerment cards is also about that. It's pilgrimage. And that says you are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. So it's the same message. This card says the exact same thing. Only you can choose. No matter what you choose, it doesn't matter. You're going to be supported. And but you have to choose. And maybe now you feel overwhelmed or just confused, like, oh, I don't know, because I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. What the hell am I supposed to do? Well, just start practicing all of these things, all of them. And then you will start to discover which of these things you like most. And maybe you end up doing them all in the end. You know, that's also possible. Maybe you are a master of just whatever, you know? But that's what you have to do. Because I do think most of you who chose this are kind of stagnant because of that. Kind of overwhelmed, like, I don't know. And believe in it. Believe in it. It is the infinite abundance card. Just really believe that you are going to be successful no matter what you do. You really are supported by God and the angels and whatever, if you know, whatever you believe in. And they're there for you. And no matter what you choose, what you do, you're going to be all right. You just have to believe in it yourself as well, because this is also the law of attraction. If you start feeling and envisioning that you are doing well financially and your well-being, your health, your happiness, everything in life, success, then it comes easier as well. And then it will come then. It will come. It has to. Like Abraham Hicks always said, it has to. It is law. So that is your reading. I do hope it resonates. And please let me know, because I'm really curious to hear if the ones who chose this actually indeed are feeling a little bit stagnant at the moment. So thank you for watching, and then I'm going to have a quick pause and move on to the numbers 4. Righty, numbers 4. You have one card from the Life Purpose deck. I had to think for a second. I had a very short break with a bit of coffee. The counseling card for you. And I didn't get an extra card to clarify it, which I could have done, but yeah, this is really pretty clear, isn't it? Counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. The main message of this card is that you heal with words. It's to do with words. So it can also be, it can be literally counseling people, counseling people, but it can also be, written, for instance, you know, because it's about words. That's what the main thingy with this. Also, it says that you have with this card, that you have the natural ability to counsel people, and that likely people always come to you to ask advice or guidance, or just spill their story, their sob stories, you know, when they're with you. And then it says in the book as well, and I have to agree with that. And if you are already doing that, you might as well make a career out of it. You know, why not? If you have sound advice and you can counsel, you have that natural ability, why not do something with it? And we all have to pay bills after all. And if you're not already doing this, you might want to do a course or whatever, so you have proper qualifications. If you are good the way it is, then who cares, right? It depends on the country you're living in. If your country requires you to have that, and for any problems arising or whatever, then okay. But that's aside. That's practical stuff. This is just your message. This is your life purpose to do this. And that can be in various settings, right? Because there can be counseling in office buildings, in companies, normal companies within a company, on the work floor, to help counsel, coach stressful people. You can have your own practice maybe. There's also coaching these days, or counseling within police force, fire brigade. Maybe you don't want to do any of these things and you just want to continue doing what you're doing right now. You know, just do your work, and then enlighten people wherever you go. You know, your friends, your family, the people you meet, and that's also okay. It's still your life purpose. And this is funny because we have partnership, and the message with that is learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. And it could be that you yourself are having problems in this area, and that you need to work to learn to work together, or that you have to sort out some problems in your own love life, so you can get to doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is the counseling. Or the funny thing is, I feel for a lot of you, this says relationship counseling or coaching, to do with relationships. So, yeah. And that actually feels really strong. I think for the most of you, that is actually the case, that you feel drawn to that relationship counseling. So yeah. And also remember that it's, I don't know why that's not in the book, but this is just something that came up when I looked at the card. There is this little fairy on her hand, and this kind of tells me, especially with the message from that card, grow with others and learn from others, etc., that sometimes you have to be the one who gets counseled or coached, because then you also grow and learn, right? It's always like that, you know. You're not all, even when you are a teacher, sometimes you're still a student. It depends on the setting, right? And then you become a greater teacher because you have been a student. So I also get that from this card. So that is your reading. I do hope it resonates. Did I show you the dolphin? I do want to show you the little dolphin. It's a, I think it was Picasso, Jasper, the little dolphin. So, yes, thank you for watching. And please, again, let me know if that resonated with you. Especially that part on the relationship counseling or coaching. Then I'm moving to the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For you, the people who chose the magpie feather, I have children for you. So your life purpose has to do with working with children, or work that affects children in a positive sense. And that doesn't have to be children. I always then think of young children, but it's about youth. Right, so it's also teenagers, or you know, so it's not just kids like toddlers or babies. It can be, it doesn't have to be. It can also be teenagers. So your life purpose has to do with that, and that is very important because the children of today are tomorrow's leader, right? And so how they get educated and raised and treated as a child affect how they're going to be when they're adults. And they are going to shape the world again in, you know, the new generation. So the better they are feeling, and you know, it's really very important, really very important. So your life calling has to do with that. It can be that you are wanting to work with children or teenagers, but it can also mean this is just more indirectly in that sense, not work related, but just raising your own children and how you deal with other people's children, like friends, families, and all that stuff. That also is sends out ripples through the world, right? If you then treat these children wonderful and raise them good, and etc., etc. But in one way or another, it has to do with children, and or teenagers, or both. Youth, young people. And for you, I have 2 cards from the, oh god, I can't remember, Magical Times Empowerment cards. And one is action and the other one is cycles. And both have a very similar message. The action card says, stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. That's this card, with very fiery looking card. Look at that, right? With the orange and the yellow, very fiery looking. And the other one is cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. So basically, both cards tell me that you, whatever it is that you are wanting to do, that you are hesitant about it, that you have fears concerning that, and because both speak of that you have to stop hesitating, and when you start acting, take steps, then movement creates the magic, right? So even baby steps is good enough. If you're fearful for whatever, fearing change, which changes, we all fear change, don't we? Yet if we do that, if we go out of our comfort zones, we feel so good. Because life really does happen outside of our comfort zones. That's where everything happens. That's where growth is, and expansion and feeling good. Comfort zones is also great, but it's really only just that, comfortable and familiar. Nothing exciting really happens there, right? And the other one, the cycles card, says a similar thing. Yeah, we are becoming, so you don't have to be perfect all of a sudden at what you want to do that likely relates to the children card. You're becoming, and that's okay. You know, you don't have to have it all sussed right away. It is becoming. Surrender to your changes and release your fear. Right? Trust in the process. Trust the process. So that is your reading. I do hope it resonates, even though it was a bit short, but yeah, that's just it. And thank you for watching. And you let me know, please, if it does resonate. I always want to know. And I'm moving to the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who chose the rose quartz, the rough rose quartz. For you, from the life purpose, we have energy healing. And that says that you have this natural ability to heal with your hands, likely. That's what it talks about in the book, mostly, about with your hands, healing with your hands. And that is an important part of your life purpose, to heal. And I drew another card with that because I thought, well, that's actually really quite vague. And the funny thing is, then we have this body work. Because and I said that's funny because this also has a section in the book about having to take really good care of yourself, of your body and your own well-being and your health, because then your own vibration goes up even higher, and when it goes up even higher, you can heal even better, and then you can actually tap into higher energies to heal. So your healings will become higher vibrational as well. Better quality. But yeah, since then this card with the bodywork came up, so I find that really quite peculiar. Your life purpose involves bodywork such as massage, therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So something along those veins is and so it could be that even if you are a physiotherapist, that while you do that, while you are working on people, that you are still healing them with your healing energy, because you do have that energy. It comes naturally to you. It comes naturally. Yeah. And for some reason or other, yeah, that's because of the tattoo. Maybe you are a tattoo artist. But yeah. But then you still have that healing energy. So even if you are not doing anything in particular with that, like Reiki or whatever, you still use that. You still heal when you are working on people, with people, because it comes naturally to you. And maybe it's not even just your hands. Maybe it's just your entire energy field, your aura, that affects people in a positive sense. But I do think most of you will be working physically with people, like a physiotherapist or a massage therapist or something like that. Something where you have to touch people or work with the physical body. I would love to hear that in the comments section, if that is correct, if that resonates with you, because that helps me use these cards as well, right? These because they're new. I only got them in today, these life purpose cards. And then your message, the extra message from the Magical Times Empowerment cards is really quite beautiful. It's love. Isn't that wonderful? I love the color of that as well. It's also the heart chakra color, right? Green, wonderful green. Listen to your heart. Embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. So I have no idea how that relates to it, but other than if you yourself, basically, that could tie in with this message that to take care of your own well-being and your own body, etc., eat healthily, and so on and so forth. If you do that, then you love yourself, then you are in love, then your vibration is higher as well. So if you are having problems in this area when it comes to love, whether it's love for yourself or in your love life with a partner or whatever, then your vibration isn't going to be so high, and that will then affect your life purpose, which has to do with having that high vibration, that energy, that high energy with which you can heal. Right? So in that sense, it is important to make sure that your love life and your love for yourself is also that you replenish yourself. Don't give it all away. First, give it to yourself. Fill your own cup with self-love, and as soon as it flows over, then you have something to give to others, and that's what you use to heal. So in that sense, I think it does really come together really nicely. So that is your reading, and number 6. Yes, thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comment sections if this makes sense to you, what you actually do, if you are drawn to that sort of work. And I'm moving then to number 7. I'm not going to make that in one video. I had so hoped to pull that off for once. Let's see. The number 7, you chose the singing bowl. That, I'm not certain if that's going to be too loud. That's what you chose. My beautiful singing bowl. Let's see which card you have. Oh yes, this is interesting. You have 2 cards from the Life Purpose deck. One is Strength, and the other one is Let Go. And the Strength card says, everything you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. And Let Go says, walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. Now, there was something peculiar about that. Well, not peculiar, but something I wanted to tell you with the Strength card. Let's see. Yeah, one thing that is really very important to realize, that if you had a difficult life up to this point, then you learned a lot from that, and that is what can help you manifest what you actually really want to do. Everything you have ever experienced has brought you to this moment, and you're more prepared than ever to start a new project and persevere to complete it. It's human nature to shy away from projects that are perceived to be difficult or that bring up fears of failure. Nonetheless, these projects are calling your name. So you likely feel something calling to you. Whether you're guided to write that book, change careers, go back to school, start your own business, or present your artwork to the public, you have the strength to do so with this card. Which path do you think will lead to greater joy? Taking steps in the direction of your dream, even if you don't know the outcome and how it's going to go, and or endlessly procrastinating. Which path will ultimately be more painful to experience? Taking that leap of faith, or remaining, well, stagnant or in fear and playing it safe? That's what this card is basically asking you to think about. So likely you feel something calling you, but you didn't really do it. You didn't really go for it. But this message says that you are ready for it. You have the strength to do it and to persevere and to succeed at it. Just take a leap of faith. You're ready for it. And this card confirms that. Let go. Let go of that situation being you not taking action, you being in doubt or fear, insecurity, whatever. That's what you have to let go of. Just go for it. You have to just do it. And then your extra message card from the magical empowerment, I still can't remember, isn't that pain? Magical times empowerment. Your extra message is prosperity. Isn't that beautiful to have with that? Focus on the positive, right? So let go of the negative and not believing in yourself and that you can do it. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. Wow. Wow. I love this reading. These three cards really gel together wonderfully. So I do hope that resonates. And again, I want to know. So please tell me in the comments section if you chose number 7. And thanks for watching. I'm moving to the numbers 8. People who chose the diamonds. Diamond. How are we doing? 40 minutes. Oh my god. Only got a few more minutes left. If it cuts off in your reading, it's gonna continue in video number 2, of course. Travel. Your life purpose has to do with travel. So that could be literally any kind of job that requires you to travel. It can also be an indication that you have to move to another place. But it is also about, because of that laptop, I suppose, telecommunication, that stuff like working with computers and that sort of thing. So that could also then be your life purpose, either one of those, right? But it's about movement, mostly movement. I think for most of you it's that movement, travel, movement. And your extra message is expectation. I like that card, love that. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. Yeah, so when you expect things to come and you're open, your heart is open for things to come, for beautiful abundance and whatever to come, then it can actually come in. It's also a law of attraction. You tune into it and then it can come to you. Wonderful card. I love that. The travel card, see if I can have an... it could be that you indeed are called to go to faraway places to be of service there, so traveling. Can also mean that there's going to be movement in your life, good movement, a change for the better in that sense, like having to let go of something old and beginning something new. And it can be that it involves technology, especially with respect to computers or telecommunication. This could signal telecommuting, where you work from home via a computer. Or it could literally mean that your work involves computer programming, sales as well. So, yeah, very broad. Can't make anything more of that. I do hope that resonates because that's all I have for you. So, please let me know if you actually are in a job that requires you to travel, or if that's what you would love to do. And then I'm moving to the numbers 9. Hang about. I was trying to get something more for you, but I'm not getting anything more. There's no cards coming out anymore either. So this really is your message, all right? So I hope it resonates and is a bit helpful, even though it is short. Moving on to the numbers 9, I'm going to do that in the next video because this one's going to cut off any minute now.